The song was Stranglehold. The spirit was Stranglehold. The year was 1975, and I'm Ted Nugent, the Stranglehold guy, and these are the sounds of the time. I don't play guitar licks. I am those licks.
Outspoken and confident, the Motor City Madman personifies his music. Born in Detroit in 1948, Nugent says he's a product of his hometown, a place he described as the epicenter of productivity.
The global epicenter of work ethic. The whole world looked to Detroit as a glowing model of American rugged individualism and dedication and being the best that you can be, willing to make sacrifices and produce this industrial revolution firestorm. Now, take that and add that Les Paul had just electrified the guitar. Are you kidding me? And Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry had showed us immediately what to do with this new electric guitar. Taking this outrageous, defiant Chuck Berry, Bo Diddley, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis eruption, especially with guitar sounds, and I was able to hear the spirit and attitude that I lived in the music.
He got a guitar, prepping to become a rock and roller.
So I had a band in Detroit by the time I was 7 or 8, with me and a drummer, and once in a while another guitar player show up. And we'd just play, we'd fumble around, try to do Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley stuff. Who doesn't want to do that? I was probably doing that in the womb.
Nugent says his father was strict about practice time.
I wanted to do other things when I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, but my dad goes, if you're gonna have a guitar, you're gonna practice 30 minutes a day.
He did, and fell in love with the feeling. Always in a band, he founded the Amboy Dukes in 1965, where he found some real success, something he attributes to his work ethic and avoiding the pitfalls of stardom.
I was susceptible, I suspect, because my dad was such a drill sergeant. He never hit me, but boy, we were scared to death that it was coming any minute if we stepped out of line. So when I was offered a cigarette, I don't want to get caught smoking, my dad will whip my head clean off. I saw how drinking and getting high turned a great bass player into a doofus. And all of a sudden, he wasn't the great bass player he was before he smoked the dope. So now there's a pragmatic, utilitarian decision-making process. And of course, when you get high and drunk, you're not ferocious, you're just stupid. It took me a long time, but I finally admitted, that's what Dad was trying to tell me.
In 1968, the Dukes' single Journey to the Center of the Mind hit number 16 on the charts.
Come along if you can. Come along if you can.
The song was ironically about drugs, something Nugent claims he was unaware of. But he'd keep replacing band members for that very reason.
They were unreliable and inconsistent because of dope and drugs and booze. So yeah, I changed a lot of musicians in Amboy Dukes and in other bands because I could see that they were unreliable.
In 1975, Nugent went solo. His first album, Ted Nugent, featuring Stranglehold, was 8 minutes of masterful guitar playing by a man looking to make a statement.
The song is not only sensual and sexual, but it's lyrically, it is a song of defiance with the music industry. Oh, this is a great story. The music industry passed, every record label passed on Ted Nugent. He's got that feedback guitar. It's all guitar jamming type stuff, and he sings songs about strangleholds. No, we'll pass. Everybody passed. The song, Here I Come Again Now, Baby, Like a Dog in Heat. You tell it's me by the clamor now, baby, I'd like to tear up the street. I've been smoking for so long, you know I'm here to stay. I got you in a stranglehold. Get out of my way. That's to the industry. This is the music that people love. I'm playing 300 concerts a year and the people are foaming at the mouth. I'm foaming at the mouth. The energy at my concerts was unprecedented and remains unprecedented. So some dirtbag at a desk in New York City is gonna say that my music isn't relative? Come on the road with me a couple hundred nights and see the relative. Watch the girls dance. That's relative, you dirtbag. So it was a song of defiance.
He says the song even became a rallying cry for some of our servicemen.
I've gotten thousands of correspondence from military heroes who say that it's a religion when they go to battle and they know there's going to be fire and danger, they play Stranglehold. What a connection. What, is there a more powerful connection to the most important people in the world that will go into a firefight for our freedom listening to my song? And people wonder why I have this attitude.
His legendary guitar shredding skills and high-octane shows helped his next albums go platinum.
That first Ted Nugent album that was turned down by every record company went gold in a few months, and then when Free For All came out the next year, they both went platinum together, and then double platinum, and then Cat Scratch Fever came out, and I was like a human being bulldozer. A loud guitar bulldozer.
Through the decades, there'd be ups and there'd be downs. He'd join the supergroup Damn Yankees, put out about 40 albums, selling more than 40 million. But it's his in-your-face views, much like his music, that have always kept him going.
So I am so out of line with the industry, the music industry, that they've never admitted that the reason I'm still here 50-some years later, having the time of my life, and written some monster, beautiful, wonderful, intense, grinding songs, is because I escaped the music. I'm having the time of my life. And someday someone will acknowledge that these are some of the greatest rock and roll songs ever written.